1-1 in the series. New Zealand...
There is one change to the England side today. Ryan Sidebottom is fit again. That's good news for England. He replaces Chris Tremlett, so both the Hampshire men, Tremlett and Mascarenhas, missing out there. For New Zealand, Jacob Oram is back. That's the biggest boost imaginable, and he's keen to make an imprint on the series, even as late as he's returned to the team. It means that Brendan McCullum will keep wicket again.
You would expect it's a high-scoring match. Daniel Vittori's obviously put England in thinking that they can chase, that they don't really know what a good score is at the Oval. It's probably one of the best batting pitches in the world, one of the quickest outfields. Oh, well, I'm not sure that was a clever shot. Oh, good ball. Good ball. Little bit of pace and carry there. That's what you get at the Oval. Nicely carries through, but once you get in, you can play your shot. But early on, it just helps the bowlers. No ball again. Mark Gillespie there overstepping. Free hit coming up for Ian Bell. Got smashed for 4. The first one, free hit 6 even, is it? Yeah, it is. Whoa, what a shot over cover. Slash off the back foot. Now then, he's got another one as well coming after that. That won't please the fielding side. Well, I don't know. That looks pretty harsh. I would have thought a little bit behind the white line there. Oh, no, well bowled. Pitched it right up, and Bell going to the leg side, then couldn't reach it. Oh, that's a slog. Yeah, lucky lad is Luke Wright. Really, I'm not convinced he's an opener. I don't think he has the range of shot for opening the batting, but I think he's a good hitter of the ball later in the order. Well, that's a good shot by Ian Bell. He's a very good back foot player, lovely timer of the ball. That's what the Oval gives you. If you can time and place the ball, you'll get full reward here. 31 for none now. They're trying to just move it along a bit. They got pressurised, they got just bogged down a bit. There's no balls helped him.
Oh, what a stop. Oh dear, Jacob Oram back into the side. We think of him with bat and ball in hand. We've just seen him as a fielder. Very clever. He does like the leg side more than the offside, but even so, that's the deftest of touches rather than brute force. Wright just reduced to the odd slog at the moment, mainly because the New Zealanders have found such a good length to him. They've cramped him a bit for room, got the ball to bounce, which is tricky if you're a bottom-handed hitter of the ball. Oh, I say, that's a smart catch. You really got to know what you're about. Ross Taylor's got excellent hands, and he needed them on that occasion. Luke Wright goes for 18.
And that was another short of a leg delivery, and because he's not really a back foot play, he was cramped for space there, didn't really get that off the middle, and as a result, although it was a very good sharp catch, it probably didn't get hit quite as hard as Wright was hoping to hit it. So England lose their first at 41, Wright gone for 18.
Oh dear. Peterson goes. When the ball hangs in the air and he's the victim, you know that everybody's got their heart in their mouth. Safely held by Tim Southey. What an important catch. What an extraordinary stroke from Peterson. Hadn't even got off the mark.
Yeah, he seemed to misread the line of that ball. He was looking to pull it over the leg side, and it was well outside off stump. Just a complete misjudgment. His second rather loose stroke in a row in these one-day internationals, and this time he's gone for a duck. 44 for 2, England.
Bopara's away. He's darn lucky to get away too. England making extremely heavy weather of things out there. The pitch is good, the weather's good, the batting isn't as yet. Lovely touch. What about that? I've got that down as the shot of the day so far. Ian Bell moves quite smoothly now after a rough beginning. He's got 26 from 33 balls. England 56 for 2 with Bell and Bopara just looking to steady the ship after the worrying loss of Kevin Peterson. Bell must take responsibility. He must look to make the big score, the 100 that anchors the innings. Excellent finding of the gap, the second 4 in the over. Ian Bell standing tall and hitting right at the top of the ball's bounce.
64 for 2, 14 overs have been bowled, and Jacob Oram back into the New Zealand side and back in action. Beautiful shot. Got himself outside off stump, Ian Bell, looking for the straight hit, and he couldn't have played it better. Lovely shot. Too short, too wide, and that's a favourite area for Ian Bell. Out. Trying to just guide it away fine. A little bit of extra bounce for Tim Southee. And Brendan McCullum does the rest. Ian Bell falls short of his 50.
Southee's a good young bowler, makes the ball just leave him, but just bounces a touch. There's always that little bit of bounce occasionally at the Oval. It's just a slightly sloppy shot. Not the greatest, that's why he's checking his head. He's played nicely. 46, but England 81 for 3 in the 18th over.
It's a lovely shot from Paul Collingwood, and off the mark shot, and that'll give him a lot of confidence. They were tied down for a little while, but that shot is a very good one from the skipper.
Hello, hello, hello. That came out of nowhere. They've been tied down a bit, England. And then Collingwood just slugs it.
Very lucky. I suppose it could be unlucky if you're Jacob Oram. That could so easily have gone back onto the stumps. A little bit of luck for Paul Collingwood.
Oh, he's bowled him. Man had been put back at long on, expecting Collingwood maybe to come down the wicket and try and hit him over the top, but he was half an hour late on that delivery from Southee.
Well, Southee deserves all the credit. That ball did nip back a little bit off the seam, and for a 19-year-old, he's shown us now in consecutive matches that he's really got something about him. 2 wickets to Southee, a big problem for England. Collingwood's gone for 14. England now 101 for 4. England should think about, what, 225, 230? That's their minimum, as Daniel Vettori comes into the attack.
Nasty gets one down to long on Oe Shah to get off the mark. It's quite a big innings for him, this, really. It is a pretty good pitch. Just some negligent shots have got England into trouble. England trying to consolidate, rebuild. In fact, Oe Shah's faced 15 balls so far for his solitary single. And there he goes at last. He's broken the shackles. Well, that's a surprising response, really, to his scorelessness before, to mow that one straight over mid-wicket for 6.
It's an incredible shot. He's hit it square from about 2 feet outside off stump, off a good length. That's just a brilliant eye doing that.
Managed to clear the infield there, Bopara. Good use of the feet. He had to wait for the ball to arrive. It was the slower one from Vettori, and in the end he played it well.
That's a good shot. You don't have to run for that at the Oval. Just nicely take it a little bit on the up. A gorgeous cricket shot by Bopara.
That's Andy Flower on the right, the former Zimbabwe captain, now England's batting coach. And today, the England and Wales Cricket Board have announced the cancellation of Zimbabwe's tour here next summer. That seems sensible given the turmoil in that country at the moment.
Ah, that's the first shot in anger for a little while. They've been tied down, and it's an absolute corker. That's as good as you'll see. Oh, first slip would have caught that, but there ain't a first slip there. And that's rocketed away for 4 and brings up the 50 partnership. Well, that's a poor delivery from the new bowler, Grant Elliott. Just juicy ball into the pads, and he's flipped it away between the short fine leg and the deep square leg. That just giving runs away. It's 50 for Bopara. He won't mind. He's played quite nicely in a, well, a situation where the innings has never really quite got going.
Great shot by Bopara. Just let that one come onto him, glided it through the offside.
Oh, no. That is just the biggest disappointment for Ravi Bopara and for us, frankly. I know that that's not looking at it from New Zealand's point of view, but here's a cricketer with immense promise who's done all of the hard work. Maybe a clever slower ball, Barry?
I just can't read it that way. I just think he's had a lapse in concentration, Ravi Bopara. As you mentioned, done all the hard work. Now is the time to really make New Zealand pay, and he's had a soft dismissal. They're 176 for 5.
Oh, yeah. Tremendous shot. Now, I'm afraid it shows the measure of the pitch, which to a degree might be a worry for England.
They'll be thinking 250's a reasonable target to chase, New Zealand.
Oh, now beautiful placement. Well, a lot is talked about OS Shah. Many people think he should have a regular spot in all the England cricket teams, not least himself. It's conceivable that OS Shah holds the game in his hands. If England go at, well, as good as 5 and over for the remainder of the innings, they get to 250. 6 and over, 258. Can they dream of 8 and over? Possibly. That would be 278. Touch stroke that brings up OS Shah's 50. He made 100 here against the Indians last year, and he needs to make 100 here again today. He's got the time to do it. 41st over of the innings. This will take some catching, but it is caught. Tim Ambrose has picked out Daniel Flynn. New Zealand are doing this very well.
Try to pull it away, but not quite far enough. Flynn does the rest. This game is very interesting. England 203 for 6. And Swan's away, or is he? He is indeed. Luckily. Again, playing an unnecessary shot. That's lovely. Not a particularly good delivery from Kyle Mills. A full toss outside off. Out. Just playing a little bit too early, Graham Swan. And England lose another just when they didn't need to.
It is uncanny how that's happened throughout this innings. England don't really have a big hitter down the order. Swan's gone. 3 for him. It's 219 for 7 in the 45th.
45 overs has now been bowled. 220 for 7. If they play sensibly, 250s on the cards for England. That'll give them something to bowl to. Oh, they've gone on the misfield. And it's going to be close. He's calling for it. Stump's already gone. The bat's just short of the crease. You can see the line there. I think that's got to be out. And you run on a misfield at your peril. 221 for 8. Oh, another one. Another one's gone. Square of the wicket. Stuart Broad. Tim Southey gets another, and England in a little bit of trouble here. They haven't played their best cricket. New Zealand have. They've fielded well. They've bowled well.
Indeed, they haven't. England must take a good look at themselves. These dismissals are so similar to Bristol, it's like they haven't learned a darn thing. 2 to 8 for 9 from 47.
Off the edge and between the two. He couldn't have placed it better. He's done it again. Well, maybe we're not giving enough credit to James Anderson. Oh, he's going to take him on. There's got to be a run out here. No, there isn't. What a comedy of errors that is. And in the end, they've got away with it. Oh, he'll have to hurry here. It's gone.
Slick work from the Ross Taylor-Mark Gillespie combination there to run out James Anderson for 11. And all credit to the New Zealanders for that bowling performance. 46 for Ian Bell, who looked in good touch. 58 Ravi Bopara, he's the most promising young cricketer. 63 Ois Shah before he was run out. They were the key components to England's effort. 2 for Mills, 2 for Gillespie, 3 for Southey, 1 for Oram, and another tidy performance from Daniel Vettori. But overall, given the conditions, New Zealand are favourites.
250s by the middle order pairing of Ois Shah and Ravi Bopara was the mainstay of the England innings, and interestingly both are trying to cement their place in the one-day team and campaigning to be included in the test match side as well, but both very different characters. If we look at Bopara, he's a very relaxed, composed sort of individual, and that's reflected by the way he bats. He's quite a wristy batsman. You can see him calmly at the crease, turning the wrists and flicking the balls into gaps on the leg side, waiting for the ball to come onto him, gliding it through the offside square of the wicket. He's a great admirer of Sachin Tendulkar, and you can see a little bit of Tendulkar in this shot here, worked through mid-wicket. Only 23, Ravi Bopara, so fairly inexperienced, and you can see all those wristy shots square of the wicket on both sides in comparison to Ois Shah, who hits the ball much more down the ground. He's more of a bludgeoner of the ball, hitting much straighter with less shots square of the wicket on either side. The reason for that is he's a much tenser sort of character. You can see that in the middle. He's fidgeting, he doesn't look very relaxed, he looks nervy and intense. Sometimes that can be his downfall. You see him pushing here at the ball at Bristol and it easily carrying to slip, and when he's defending he's a bit inflexible, he's a bit rigid at times, but that can come to his aid in attack, going through to really bludgeon the ball over the top for boundaries like that, almost laser guided in style from Ois Shah. You think of him as a young player, but he's 29. It's his benefit year this year. Unfortunately, neither he nor Bopara could go on to make the big score required today. Bopara's dismissal encapsulated England getting out to some loose shots, and Shah's dismissal here, just a lack of communication. You can see Broad there doesn't really want the second run, but for some reason Shah decides to dash back for it and is caught short by a direct hit. We'll see if England can force New Zealand into similar mistakes, chasing 246 at just under 5 and over to put them 2-1 up in the series.
Ryan Sidebottom to start England's bowling from the pavilion end, and they better bowl well. 246 to make New Zealand from 299 balls. Should be a straightforward batting performance. They're not the best batting side, but about anything like decent, they should get home. That was a deliberate back foot shot over the square cover. That's good fielding, but it's not good enough. It's gone to for 4. Jamie Howe's away. Out. Simple as that. That was a poor shot. Poor shot. Massive for England. McCullum gone. This is just the surface. That's very true. Lovely bounce where he could have destroyed a bowling attack. And he's played the most awful shot at a wide half volley.
Yeah, not a good shot from Brendan McCullum, and good bowling from Ryan Sidebottom. He held his nerve. That's a huge wicket for England. McCullum gone. 7 for 1.
Oh, well bowled to Ross Taylor. Lovely ball across him. Oh, that was risky. That wasn't such a bad ball, and it was wide. He went after that on the up. Very streaky shot, but he's got 4 as Ross Taylor. Chop. Don't worry about that. Wasn't very short, that. It was a very good back foot shot by Jamie Howe, but just that little bit of width. Oh, this could be out, but it's a real steepler, is it? Who wants it? Ryan Sidebottom on mid on. Oh, that's a great catch. That is a corker from Stuart Broad. You won't see many of that. That ball went really, really high.
What was Ross Taylor thinking? Yeah, he's trying to take him on. He's fiddled around outside the off stump, and then he's got one sky high. That went up many, many a mile. And Stuart Broad, to his credit, stood his ground and took a very, very good catch. Taylor on his way, 24 for 2. Out. No! Goodness me. Owe Shah has missed a pretty simple chance. Scott Starr is still on 0. He's now on 1. Boy, oh boy, that's a miss. Lovely shot. Minimum of footwork from Scott Starris, but nicely into position. Didn't try and overhit the ball and placed it beautifully. Oh, he's a good player, Scott Starris. That's a super shot. No one moved, and the placement was excellent. Lovely, lovely shot that is. Scott Starris, what's that drop going to cost? We just don't know just yet. A very experienced player and a beautiful offside player, and here's an example of it. Timed to perfection. Oh, that's 4. Just a deft little touch, just straying for a minute down the leg side, and he's got pretty much an offside field, Ryan Sidebottom. Oh dear, oh dear. You won't see a better shot than that with a minimum of effort. Strong man, Scott Starris.
In the air and just wide of Paul Collingwood for the second time in this series. He fails to grab hold of one, which, well, you'd say it was more than half a chance, and the type of catch he has taken in the past. Not easy. That's down. Oh dear, it's not going right for England at the moment. Not easy, really, taking those drilled straight back at you from the bat of Scott Starris, but you just have to hope they stick.
It's incredible, really, given that England are playing some pretty indifferent cricket, that they're so in the game. This is absolutely there for the taking, this match.
That's too wide. Capitalised on by Starris. Luke Wright into the attack. Straight down the leg side and put away. It's a loose ball to start with, and it's the 50 partnership between Howe and Styris, which from England's point of view needs breaking. Hey, simple catch. The introduction of spin does the trick for England.
Well, all credit to Graham Swan, who's bowled well in every game of the series, found a little bit of extra bounce. He actually got the ball to skid on a bit rather than spin, as Howe obviously expected it to do. Howe's gone for 37, made from 61 balls. 20 overs gone. New Zealand 83 for 3. This game is nicely poised. Another nurdle for a single to square leg, quite typical of New Zealand's approach at present. I just wonder if they've thought about the way England collapsed and if they're happier to consolidate. The run rate required is 5.8 and over. They wouldn't want that to get much above 6 and over. Good hit, really good. Flynn quickly into position. Has he got the authority maybe to take the match by the scruff of the neck? 100 up now for New Zealand. It isn't the way to go. Not for Daniel Flynn. By heaven, England have got the same kind of squeeze on the New Zealand batsman that we saw New Zealand hold on England earlier in the day. It's quite extraordinary. The innings, not for the first time in this series, seeming to mirror each other. That's a poor stroke.
Well, there's been some sloppy batting from both sides, and New Zealand have the game in the bag if they want it, and they just keep giving it back to England. And England are taking the opportunities now. 106 for 4 with that poor shot. Flynn out for 12, and they're in big trouble.
It's Dorno. I don't think it ever quite reached the fielder, actually. Graham Swan came sprinting in from third man, but because the hit was quite flat, it was difficult for him to get to the ball before it pitched.
Well, it went very quickly. You thought it was going to carry, and then it just dropped short. It would have been a very difficult take.
Threading it through the gap is Scotty Styris. It's the most beautiful way to go to 50. And given he's ridden a few chances, you'd commend him for his staying power.
Well, he swatted that for 4. Picked the gap really. He got it very square. Just needs sensible batting from here for New Zealand, just to make sure that that required rate doesn't get above 6 and over. It's under 6 at the moment, and it's not difficult to score quickly at the Oval. Oh, he's going for that gap again. Fielder's got a oh, he has. Fielder seemed quite slow there to get to the ball, but he's picking the gap really well by deliberately hitting it square. Shot. That's going quickly, that's going quickly, that's going 4.
Nicely played by Oram, that's 4. This is the right thing to do from Collingwood, bringing one of his frontline bowlers back, Ryan Sidebottom, to bowl from the pavilion end. Trouble is, the batsmen are now in, as Styris showed there. Just waited for that ball to come onto him and neatly placed it off his hip down to fine leg to bring up the 50 partnership. That's the way. That's a good ball. We saw that typical failing of Oram in the Test series, unable to deal with the straight bouncer, but there was no one to catch it there. That's an interesting response. It could be out. Has it worked? Yes, a smart catch in the end at deep square leg. So the bouncer ploy finally working.
Why did it take so long? They should have peppered him when he first came in. That's always his response. He might get away with a couple, but he's bound to give you an opportunity. When he goes back into the pavilion, they won't be happy with Jacob Oram, because that's Jimmy Anderson's last delivery, and that's why he's so delighted. Oram is gone. They've got a little sniff again. 173 for 5.
Oh, that could be slow. Could he make it? I think that's out. There was complete confusion there in the fact Styris is walking off.
Collingwood did well, actually. He was the wrong side of the ball. Well, suddenly, both the Oram and Styris have gone. That's the death knell for Scotty Styris. 178 for 6 now. Oh, my goodness me. How unlucky is Graham Swan here? Well, I don't know what Benson's asking about. It's buys, isn't it?
Oh. Just the bounce did him.
Gosh, you've got to really go. He's really got to go. The direct hit, and Elliott would have gone too. Bopara unhappy with his accuracy there.
Silly cricket from New Zealand. 62 of 74. That's a runner ball. Why take the risk?
Four. Brilliant leg glance from Daniel Vettori. Collingwood really angry with himself. Run rate now very manageable for New Zealand. 57 from 71 balls. That's a rate of 4.8 and over. If they just stay in, and Vettori will know this, he's vastly experienced. If the New Zealand batsmen stay in, they win the game. Oh, yes, you beauty! Suddenly the crowd are alive. Batsmen can't stay in. Fielders are plucking the ball out of mid-air all of a sudden. Ravi Bopara is Paul Collingwood's best friend, or more at this moment.
The experienced player, Vettori, but he's now on his way back to the pavilion for 6. 189 for 7.
Oh, now that's got to go. It does. It does it for New Zealand. That's a brilliant stroke. Swan just a bit too wide if you're really critical for the moment in the game. Mills and Elliott have got very cool heads on their shoulders. This partnership is worth 25 from 20 balls since the moment that Daniel Vettori got out, and it's come very easily just by angling the ball around, making sure that ones and twos keep coming. There's 32 needed in 8 overs. There's only 4 and over. They've done the hard work. Can they finish the job? Oh, you need a little nick if you're an England cricketer right now. Desperately need the thinnest little scratch through to the wicket-keeper. 29 needed from 42 balls. New Zealand in control. Good run. Grant Elliott's been very clever in his decision-making. We've got chaos. Now what happens here? Now we've got a real situation. Because Grant Elliott has been obstructed, he will argue, and New Zealand will argue. He hit the deck. Now it's up to England to say whether they want the wicket or not. Paul Collingwood has a very interesting moral situation to deal with. Elliott appears to be hurt. It was a risky single, and side bottom following through was looking for the run out. That's what Benson's saying to Collingwood. I have to give him out. Do you want that decision to stand? Do you want the appeal to stand? Whoa.
Very, very tough decision for all round. Now then, what does the skipper do? Officially, he's out. Steve Davis and Mark Benson are conferring. They're going to just go to Collingwood and say, do you want to withdraw your appeal?
The England team are getting together here to discuss whether or not they want the appeal to stand. Oh boy, look at Mark Benson's face. Doesn't it tell a story? Out, given out, run out. Grant Elliott is not at all happy, nor will New Zealand be. This is a very major moment and will be the headline. Here he goes for the single. There's the accidental clash, no doubt about that. Side bottom's going on the line of the ball. And after that, because he's hit the deck, he's got no chance of making his ground. Run out straight forward. Oh my goodness me, what a day this has been. Well, it means that Elliott goes run out for 24. It means that the score's 220 for 8. New Zealand have to find 26 with 2 wickets in hand. Just have another look at this. Now, to me, there's nothing intentional from anybody. I don't think side bottom is getting in Elliott's way. Neither do I think Elliott. In fact, I think Elliott is trying to get out of side bottom's way as he goes for the ball, whatever the late swerves, Barry.
Yeah, difficult one. It's happened before, and there's a lot who would say that you don't take the bails off in situations like that. England decided to do that. The captain decided that the appeal should stand, and he'll have to live with it.
It's a bit more than that, of course, because of the diplomatic nature of the incident and the fact that the spirit's been so good between these sides. That will now be seriously tarnished. England's decision to let the appeal stand means that New Zealand will feel wronged. There's a good stroke, and a stroke that will matter in this match. Kyle Mills hooks the boundary, admittedly a little bit off the top edge, but it drags New Zealand closer. 21 needed now from 33 balls.
That is a tense face.
Well, it's because it's number 11, for anybody not aware. That is Mark Gillespie behind the helmet. Oh, good stroke for no run. This is nail biting. This is finally the game which has been, I don't know, a bit of sedate sort of day at the Oval. Isn't now. Direct hit is out, I think. That's my guess. Mark Benson will go to the third umpire. But Ian Bell really thinks he's got his man. New Zealand have come through for a second, so there will be 2 to New Zealand if it is not run out.
I tell you what, this has got to be close. Very, very close. He goes for the dive, but he doesn't succeed. He's gone. Tim Southee's gone. The pressure's got to New Zealand. One man standing. England have got a chance here. That's... woo. I think it just gets there. There it is. The wicket is broken now. The bat is short of the crease. He's gone. Southee has run out. There it is. You've got a nail biter. 2:33 for 9.
Here's Graham Swan. Very brave move to bring Swan on. Gillespie's on strike. Swan's bowled extremely well today, but his last couple of overs were the most expensive. Nicely bowled. Whoa, no, he dropped it, has he?
Straight through. Misses everything.
Including
the wickets.
I don't know. That might have been a little inside edge.
I think so.
Gillespie simply can't get it away for a single. Does he want a single now? Oh, lovely off-spin bowling. Swan prepared to flight the ball just outside off stump and get it to spin.
Well, he might as well block this last delivery. Mills, let him have a go. This is thrown up for the spin, just a little inside edge.
What a time to bowl a maiden over that is. Graham Swan won't forget those 6 balls. 12 from 12 now. England happy to let Kyle Mills have a single. It's the bumper, happy to risk a 6 as well in the hope that it periscopes up in the air. Can't be a mile from a wide, that, can it?
Tell you what, he gave a glance to the square leg umpire. He wants to know. Anything in his half, he's going to go for the big one.
Oh, he's got one. Mills has really got one. And he's got maximum for it too. It's a staggering strike. God, what an evening we're having here in South London.
Whack. That is a baseball straight over third base for a home run. 6 for Kyle Mills. Another one of those and the game's over.
Here we go, the ball after the 6. Just the single. Assuming there's no misfield. Played Mark Gillespie. There's the single that gets Mills back on strike for the last ball of the over. 4 needed from 7 balls.
And a delicate one too for Collingwood, because he'll want to keep Mills down at the non-strikers end for the next over. So does he have the field back? Does he have the field up? Does he try and save a single?
Can he risk the bouncer?
Or can he risk a boundary off a bouncer?
Mills on strike to Collingwood. He's certainly got a single out of it. That's all he'll want. It means he keeps the strike. That's fine. My goodness, he's played well. Remember, Mills made an excellent 47 in Bristol, but he's unbeaten with 24 today from 26 balls. Does he take? Oh, he does take the single. Right. Well, that gives England a chance. England will have wanted that. The chance to bowl at Mark Gillespie. And really, with 2 needed from 5 balls, England should attack him. Bowled, Luke Wright. There's no slip in, though. Imagine if he'd edged that to where second slip might be. Now there are 4 balls left.
I think Kyle Mills are just telling him to try and get something on it. Not necessarily even the bat, maybe even just a pad. They're happy to take a leg bar. England have got to protect the single.
Can't believe Mills took that single, you know. Played. Here they come, the Vultures, closing for the kill. 3 balls left. New Zealand are still 1 behind England. A single for the tie. 2 runs for the win as far as New Zealand are concerned. 1 wicket for England to take. And those that have stayed till the death have got a classic one-day finish. Here we go. 3 balls. Oh dear. 2 balls left. It's an astounding over by Luke Wright, who bowled that key over in New Zealand, remember? 7 needed from it. New Zealand only got 6. The match was tied. Luke Wright might well be bowling again at the end of a one-day international that is tied. Here we go. 2 balls, 2 runs. Luke Wright bowls. Gillespie hits down. Oh, it hits a bat, and they don't get a run. Oh, my goodness me. Can you believe what we're seeing here? That hit the non-striker's bat. That drive hit Kyle Mills' bat.
Oh dear, what a mix-up. It's hit his bat, mind you. I think there was a man swooping in. Might have been a run-out. They've got to run whatever happens this last ball. They've got to run whatever happens this last ball.
There is 1 ball left in this match. England need a wicket. New Zealand need a single for a tie and 2 to win. Mark Gillespie is on strike. New Zealand's number 11 to Luke Wright. Now the run out is on if it... No, he missed! And New Zealand get 2. New Zealand win it. All it needed was the throw over the top of the stumps. Incredible drama. England stand poleaxed in the middle. They cannot believe what's happened.
Well, I'm not sure they did the right thing. They had plenty of time to set it up, and Graham Swan has gone for the direct hit with nobody at the stumps. Here it is, he's got plenty of time. Gillespie's not even halfway, and he gets a full throw. Look, there are men swooping around there. All he has to do is throw it on the full to them. They can take it off, take the bails off, and in the end he's thrown a poor throw, and New Zealand have won.
The last part of that card is the bit that matters. Kyle Mills unbeaten with 25, and Mark Gillespie, the best 4 of his life for sure. He'll never forget his day in the sun at the Oval. New Zealand winning it by 1 wicket. They take a 2-1 lead to Lords on Saturday. What a cracker of a finale we've got there. After the match, Paul Collingwood admitted he might have made the wrong decision over the run-out and apologised to New Zealand for